He's vicious. The mean son of a bitch.
And a big right hand that comes in 3-1 for Manny.
Naoya Inoue is clearly a big thing in boxing. He lives a simple life and appears very humble. But if you're wondering how someone so humble can be called the monster, get ready for a lot of surprises. This man is building a legendary career right before our eyes. No doubt Inoue is redefining the sport. At 30 years old, he's won titles across 4 weight classes. He started at 108 pounds. Now he's the undisputed king at 122 pounds, and he effortlessly dismantles anyone who stands in his way. Inoue has been undefeated for 14 years. In Japan, he's a household name. Even Manny Pacquiao, the legend himself, couldn't help but praise Inoue's incredible talent. But what makes Inoue so special? Well, it's his complete package. Unmatched hand speed, sharp footwork, and punches so powerful and precise they leave opponents clueless. Even Bob Arum, the legendary promoter who's seen it all, calls Inoue the best fighter I have ever seen.
Inoue is not only pound for pound the best in the world, Inoue is the best fighter I've ever seen. Ever seen, no matter what weight category or anything. I have never, ever, in the almost 60 years I've been in boxing, seen anything like Inoue.
That's huge, especially coming from someone who's worked with legends like Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather Jr. But what exactly makes him the monster? Why is he so different from others? Well, that's exactly what we're up to. Simple, Inoue has a 90% knockout ratio in world title fights. He's a true powerhouse, just like Terence Crawford. Inoue and Crawford are actually the only 2 male fighters to be undisputed champions in 2 weight divisions in this era of 4 world title belts per class. Inoue's career is mostly based in Japan, which might be why he's not as widely known globally. But with 24 knockouts in 27 fights, he's a true sensation. But if you look closely, you'll find that there is some secret techniques that Inoue has been using. There is a whole art to body punching that many overlook, especially in amateur boxing. Most fighters focus on aiming for the head, particularly in Olympic boxing. As a result, body punching has almost become a forgotten skill. But this technique is incredibly powerful in real fights that causes damage that accumulates over the rounds. And guess who's mastered this forgotten art? Naoya Inoue! He dedicates a huge chunk of his training camps to perfecting his body punches. Unlike many fighters today, Inoue relies on body shots to finish his opponents. But Inoue's favorite is the left uppercut to the solar plexus and the hook to the liver. He throws these punches with such precision and force that his opponents often find themselves crumpling to the canvas in sheer pain. The impact of those blows landing repeatedly destroys the strength and will of his opponents. Inoue is a master of using both hands with deadly precision. His left hook hits just as hard as his right hook, and his left uppercut is as jarring as his right. This means every punch he throws is a potential knockout blow, and he switches up these punches in ways his opponents can't predict. One moment he's launching a powerful uppercut, and the next he's coming at you with a lethal hook, all with the same hand. In boxing, the punches that hurt the most are the ones you don't see coming. Inoue's unpredictable style keeps his opponents guessing. He makes it incredibly hard for them to defend themselves. But perhaps the most terrifying move in Inoue's arsenal is his right straight. He throws it with such precision and speed that it's like a bolt of lightning. When that right hand connects, it's game over. Inoue's style is like nothing you've seen before. From the moment the bell rings, he's on the attack, moving forward without hesitation. His aggression is what sets him apart. Inoue is not just about offense, he's willing to take hits to dish out his own powerful punches. Inoue's strategy is simple, but devastatingly effective. He's a volume puncher, meaning he throws a high number of punches and he makes it almost impossible for his opponents to keep up. Most of Inoue's opponents can't handle this kind of pressure. They start strong, but soon enough they fold, both physically and mentally. They simply aren't ready for the intensity and heat that Inoue brings. But let me tell you a fact that showcases his love for the sport. Most punchers want gloves that boost their power, like Cleito Reyes, or Everlast MX, which are stuffed with horsehair and really pack a punch. But Inoue prefers winning gloves, which are usually for training because they soften the blow to protect the hands. And despite these softer gloves, Inoue still knocks out his opponents with unstoppable force. Actually, his power defies the very nature of the gloves he's wearing. Boxing insiders often call winning gloves pillows, but for Inoue, they might as well be iron fists. A young boy from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan, laces up his gloves and steps into the ring. That's where Naoya Inoue's story begins. Born on April 10, 1993, he was destined for greatness. His talent was evident early on when he clinched victories at the Japanese Interscholastic Athletic Meeting and the Japanese Junior National Championships in 2009. Even in his teens, he snatched the bronze at the Asian Youth Championships in Tehran, Iran in 2010. Even the best stumble sometimes. He faced a setback in the 2011 World Amateur Boxing Championships, but that didn't dim his spirit. In the ring, Inoue is nothing short of a powerhouse. Since his monumental win in 2019, he's been on a rampage, dominating his opponents with style and finesse, holding all 4 major titles since 2023 and being crowned the undisputed champion at Super Bantamweight. He's rewriting the rules of the game. Inoue steps into the ring with just a 5-0 record, but that doesn't stop him. He's up against Adrian Hernandez, the WBC junior flyweight champ. What happens next? Inoue dominates the fight and finishes it in just 6 rounds with a knockout. Inoue faces Omar Andres Narvaez. Omar was a formidable opponent with a stellar record, but Inoue isn't intimidated. He dropped Narvaez not once, but twice in each of the first 2 rounds and claimed victory with a 2nd round knockout. Juan Carlos Payano steps into the ring with Inoue. Inoue lands a whip cracker of a right hand, and it sends Payano to the canvas in just 1 round. Inoue faces off against Jason Moloney. The first 6 minutes were like a masterclass in boxing. Inoue gracefully outmaneuvered Moloney. Then, a left uppercut from Inoue rocked Moloney's world in round 3. By round 7, Moloney was meeting the mat, courtesy of Inoue's thunderous right hand. And finally, a knockout victory. Last year, Inoue delivered a mind-blowing performance in Tokyo. He took down Stephen Fulton in the 8th round. He didn't just win, he dominated the entire bout. He showcased insane speed and power that left everyone speechless. The precision and might of his punches were a statement of his unmatched skill. In round 8, it was all over for Fulton. A brutal right hand followed by a left hook sent him to the canvas, and though he tried to get up, Inoue's punches forced the referee to step in. It was a one-sided demolition. Just a few days ago, Inoue delivered a knockout performance against Luis Neri in the 6th round, right in front of 55,000 screaming fans at the Tokyo Dome. That's the same place where Mike Tyson had his shocking defeat back in 1990. But unlike Tyson, Inoue showed no signs of stumbling. With precision, power, and incredible footwork, he cemented his spot at the very top of boxing's pound-for-pound list. In the beginning of the match, Inoue was knocked down by a left hook in the 1st round, but instead of rattling him, it sharpened his focus. He tightened his defenses and showcased his skill with perfect jabs, body shots, and power punches. By the 6th round, Neri was down for good, thanks to a brutal right hand from Inoue. As of May 2024, Inoue reigns supreme as the world's best active boxer, pound for pound. He's hailed as the best super bantamweight too. Inoue's achievements speak for themselves. He's the only Japanese boxer to clinch the top spot pound for pound and was crowned Fighter of the Year in 2023 by the Who's Who of boxing. With his incredible strength and never give up attitude, Inoue has become a legend in boxing. Opponents are scared just thinking about facing him. As he keeps going, everyone is excited to see what he'll do next and how he'll be remembered in the future.